What you cooking, child? Hello, good morning. Y'all miss me. I miss y'all. How you doing? Well, this morning I'm getting together. Actually, just giving my husband a quick breakfast. I did him some Quaker oatmeal. There's nothing but just some Quaker oatmeal. I'm gonna do that for him. I got him some Jimmy Dean sausages. The pan sausage. Got ahead because I gotta get everything prepped for what I'm gonna cook. Just some Jimmy Dean sausages, pan sausages, and some pancakes, blueberry pancakes, y'all. Blueberry pancakes. What you cooking, child? So I'm getting this ready for him. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna make me some homemade biscuits. You know, I haven't tried that in years. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make me some homemade biscuits. I'm gonna do some ham. I'm trying to figure out, do I want to just do it like breakfast style, brunch style, or what my theme is gonna be for that. But right now I got him some this Jim Dean sausages and some Quaker oatmeal, the quick one. I think they blueberry too. Wait a minute, let me see. No, it might be the brown sugar. No, it's these. I don't like them. I normally get the ones with the low sodium, but these got it in the grocery, so these would have given. So with that said, I'm gonna put milk in. Normally I usually put water, but I'm gonna put milk in it this time. Some milk in it. And I think we'll let it sit. You know, like I told y'all, I ain't the best when it comes down to yeah, I ain't putting too much. He telling me how to cook.
What? Well, you heat it up on the stove.
I like to do mine like this. I like to put mine, if I eat oatmeal, instead of waiting on it to steam up to cook, I'd rather put it. Let me put that milk out of it. Put it in the microwave. Let that heat from the microwave go right on the cooker. Bam, bam, bam. It's done. That's the way I like to do mine. He'll sit, well, used to. He'll put it in a bowl, put something over it, or just sit it there and just let it sit and let the heat fill it. Nah. I don't think so. Hey, what you cooking, child? Last night we had some Salisbury steak and macaroni and cheese. It's been a long week. That's why you haven't seen me. I mean, a long week. I'm trying to get a lot of things done, and you know, it's just me. I'm trying to do a lot of things, like I told y'all before. This one soothes when I'm cooking. It soothes my mind, so it's like therapy for me. I say, what you cooking, child? Cause you never know what this child cooking. See that? Wow. See what I said? A 1 minute. That's the way. And they're done. And they're done. Got some Eggos, oatmeal. I might throw him an egg on them. He don't need no egg. He good. He's looking at me crazy. What you cooking, child? So with that said, I'm gonna what you cooking, child? I'm back. Okay. I had did the ham. Remember I did the ham when I had showed y'all. I don't know if y'all said I had did the country ham. One of those big country steak ham. That's the leftover food they did. So what I'm gonna do for lunch, I'm gonna take that ham and I'm gonna put some tomatoes, some mayo, and stuff on and get him a sandwich for lunch, and that'll take care of him with that and some fruit. But I wanted to show y'all this. I'm getting ready to do some artichokes. I never done them before. I just washed them off. And I just put them in a pot of water. Pot of salted water. Y'all can see that? pot of salty water. So now I was reading up on them, so I didn't see how long it takes to cook them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to boil them. Then I'm going to go on and see how long it takes to boil them. I'm going to cover them. I don't know if they say cover them or not, but I'm going to cover them. Got one giant one in here. I might have to trim. Oh, we got in. It's in. Thought I had to trim that. Which one cut them? So, with that said, I got them on. I'm going to bring these artichokes to a boil. These are tomatoes. I already took them out. I'm making my ham and cheese sandwich. It should be good with that. There's the spread I use for the waffles. Some mixed berry cream cheese. Great value, y'all, with your cookie child. So, that side, y'all done. But that's what I'm going to do now. But I want to make me some homemade biscuits. I'm just itching to make me some homemade biscuits. So what I'm going to do, I got to figure out how to make this dish come in. And now I'm going to sit back and think about how I'm going to incorporate the artichokes with a dinner and the homemade. I'm going to make, step by step, I'm going to show y'all how I will make it. I think this will be my third time making them. Yeah, because dealing with all the medical stuff and this and that, today seemed more like a relaxed day. No doctor's appointment. No, we had one nurse to come to the house, and that was it. She just left. So, with that said, I'm going to sit down and think of a menu that I'm going to make that'll go with the homemade biscuits and figure out what I'm going to do with the artichokes. I might incorporate the artichokes, and I might make a pot roast with stew beef. Or maybe chicken, maybe some kind of. What about chicken pot pie with the homemade biscuits? That might work. That might work. Yeah, that might work. But anyway, I'll be back, y'all. I'm gonna think of something. But in the meantime, what you cooking, Chad? Hey, y'all. I'm back. Well, I let the artichokes cook. I let them cool down. First thing. See? I let them cool down. Y'all see them? Okay, there you go. I let them cool down. It's about, how many in there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's actually 10 artichokes. And you know, I never really ate an artichoke. I don't know. But I'm going to try and then see. I have to research to find out what kind of dip. I'm going to make a dip to go with it. I was going to do the homemade biscuits and something else. I think I'll wait till tomorrow and do the homemade biscuits. I'm going to do the artichokes. Let me show y'all. That's one of them. That's one of them. And this the leaf fell off, I guess. Yeah. Right here, I guess I researched people to eat just that. Let me see. That's good. That's good. I salt the water, and I let them boil for maybe 35 minutes. And then I kept the lid on and let it simmer some. And let it simmer. Well, actually steam. I cooked them for boiling about 35 minutes. Then I put the lid on, and I kept the lid on actually, and I just turned the stove up and then let it steam a little bit. Yeah, actually, actually good. Look. It's the only part you're supposed to eat that up there. That's good. Oh, that had a lot in it. And that was juicy. So I'm gonna make a let me see what kind of dip I'm gonna make a dip to go with it. And my cauliflower steaks. I'm gonna do cauliflower steaks along with the artichoke dip. I mean the artichokes and the artichoke dip. And I'm trying to think of protein. But right now, I'm gonna get these cut up. I'm going to put some olive oil on them and sprinkle them with a little complete season and black pepper. And I'm gonna put them in the oven and I'm gonna let them bake. But I'm gonna cut them about, I'll say about not an inch, but maybe a quarter of an inch thick. I think that's right. So when I cut them, I'll show you what I'm gonna do in order to get the cauliflower steaks. You probably can get maybe 2 or 3 out of this. This is like a kind of small cauliflower head, so I might be able to get maybe 2 and a small one. We'll see, and I'll show y'all when I'm finished. I line my baking pans with foil, easy clean up. So I'm gonna do one of them right now. Get it out the package. A second here. Wash it. You know. You know, it's not really much to a little cauliflower. Hold on. I hope I remember how to cut them. I used to make these for me and my husband. Not often, but on occasion. They're delicious. But I'm still gonna make I don't know, maybe some party wings or some kind of chicken. Maybe. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. Alright. Let me see here. Let me get this kind of trimmed off. You know, I got a little. It was sitting up on the table, waiting for me to cook them. And they just got a little black, little spots on this. So let me turn y'all around so y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm just trimming off. See right here? It was sitting on the table. I'm just trimming that off. I'm just trimming that off. That's it. That's it. And then once I get that all trimmed off, I'm going to rinse it off. I'm going to rinse it up. So, that's it. I'm going to go ahead on. Rinse them. Put them in the colander. Let me clean up some of this mess, huh? Let me clean up some of this mess. I hope y'all can hear me. I got my back down and I'm talking a little low. So give me a trying not to, but give me a second. Let me dispose of this stuff. Hey. So, you know, all this doggone noise. And sharing on the TikToking and all this old kind of noises coming out through their phones and tablets. So you know what? Yeah, let me wash my hands right fast. Let me wash these hands. Ooh. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray that aluminum foil down. What I got, what I'm gonna cook just with some cooking for canola. Canola oil, canola. And serve. Put that in there. Use this in a little bit. And so with that said, give me a second. I gotta get the other cauliflower cut up, and then I'm just gonna lay them down and let y'all see them in a minute. Okay, so I cut the cauliflower in half to make the steaks. I cut it in half, and then I'm doing them like this. Cut it in half first, and then you can cut your steaks off from each half. I might get about maybe 3, maybe 4. It looks like it's probably about 3. When you want to make cauliflower steaks, try to find the biggest cauliflower you can find. That's the key. Because if you don't, they'll just fall apart like this. See? They'll just fall apart like regular cauliflower, like you're cooking. But if you want to make the steaks, that's how you have to do it. And you know, I'm going to make this one. I'm going to keep that for something else. I probably can make that with the dipping for the, yeah, I'm going to roast it and blend it up. And I probably can add it for the dipping for the artichokes. But we're going to see how they go. I'm going to roast them too. Actually. That might can turn out to be some good dipping sauce. Hey. Rainstorm. So I have 2 more cauliflowers. I have 2 more cauliflowers that I have that I'm going to cut up and I'm going to place them in the oven 1 second. Okay, so here we go. I got them up, prepped and ready to go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little complete seasoning. You want to taste meaty, well, they will anyway, but you want to season them. And I tell you, the ones that fell apart, I'm going to blend those up. I'm going to roast them, but I'm going to blend them up. And I got to figure out how I'm going to make a dipping sauce for the artichokes with that. With the cauliflower, I'm going to use that as a kind of a base too for the artichokes to dip that in. Get them well seasoned. I was going to add a little pink salt. I just used ground black pepper, complete seasoning. I'm going to put a little garlic on. Yep. I had to make a run to go pick the baby up from school. He's over there eating macaroni and cheese. I was waiting on him. So he over there eating his macaroni and cheese. It's good? Y'all good. Y'all good. It's good? Okay. Alright, so I don't want to move around too much because I don't want to break them. But they were small. Try to get the big one. You get the big cauliflower, you can make the real nice steaks. You probably can get about 4, maybe 5 steaks out of them. But when you get the little small one, you might get 2 because you need that little core to the bottom. Like the core, like this right here. And you know the one that stick up for the cauliflower like that? You need this core in order to hold, like right there, in order to hold your steaks together. Not this big core, but when you cut this off, the one that's left up under there, you need that to hold the steaks together. So, and then I told you the ones that fell apart, I'm going to take these and I'm going to bake them. And then I'm going to blend them up. I'm going to make some kind of dip, but I'm going to probably do cheese and some other stuff in it. I don't know just yet, but I'm going to put them all in the oven. I'm going to put everything, let me wash my hand. Put everything in the oven. And I'm going to bake them at 375. Yeah, 375. And I'm going to check on them in about 20 minutes. I'll be back. I'm going to bake them at 400 for about 20 minutes. And then I'll check on them. Cooked it on 400 for about 15 minutes. Then I dropped it down to 350. Dropped down to 350. And I'm going to let it cook another 15 minutes. I want it to get brown. So we're going to see how that do. And I'll let it go for another 15 minutes. And then I'll be back again. Yep, so this is the cauliflower now. They look so good. They look good. I wish y'all can see them in person. They look absolutely gorgeous. I wish they would have been bigger. That's all. But they're going to work for what I have in store for them. And then, I mean, they came out good. They're crisp and moist from the outside. And then I have... and the stuff you see black, that's just the seasoning that got on the pan and roasting. That's all that is. Just turn like that, like this right here. And I discard that. But this is right here is what I'm gonna use in the blender to make a dip for the artichokes. So, with that said, I got to get my brain working. And then I'm going to come back. Once I come back, I'm going to have, I'm going to show you the dip that I'm going to make. So I'm going to we're going to make the dip together. Okay, so only thing I did was boil the artichokes for 35 minutes. Then I kept it covered and just let it continue to steam. Then I cut up the cauliflower and season it. Then put them in the oven for 15 minutes on 400, and then it was another 20 minutes on 350. Another 20 minutes. Actually, it went about 25 because I forgot. Good thing the time went out, so I really forgot. So about 25 minutes on 350. And so with that said, I'm going to let everything cool down. Then I'm going to wrap my head together and figure out what meat I'm going to have with this. And the dip. So with that said, when I come out, we're gonna put together that dip, and we're gonna do the meat. So what you cooking, child? Yes, ma'am. Hello, what you cooking, child? So this is it. I just plated it up. I have to tell y'all how I made my sauce. The baby then was getting on my nerves, so I had to go ahead, and I didn't realize that video has stopped. So these are the artichokes, the petals, right here. And then here's the base. I'm new at doing the artichokes. Here's the base of the artichoke. I guess it's called the artichoke heart. And there's the cauliflower steak. Yeah, right there. And I made some. Remember the cauliflower I said that I was going to bake and put in the processor and make a dipping sauce for the artichoke? Well, I went ahead and I made it. Oh, excuse me. I went ahead and made it. I put the cauliflower inside the food processor. Then I squeezed a large lemon, that de-seeded the whole lemon. I got melted some butter, and I got a pinch of salt. And I put all of that into the food processor, and I processed it. Let me get a spoon. Hold on. And I processed it all together, and then I took like a teaspoonful, 2 teaspoonfuls of Miracle Whip, and then I used a half a cup of Italian dressing. And I blended it up. It kind of looks like hummus. It tastes awfully good. I'm going to thin it out a little bit more. I want it to be like a sauce. So I'm going to thin it out a little bit more. But it's good. You can eat this on crackers. This is delicious. And what I did, I roasted me some garlic in the oven. The whole garlic. I already used 2 cups. 2 of them. Whole cloves. This one roasted too. But I just only used 2 of these in the whole bug. I roasted it, and then I cut it in half, and then I squeezed all the garlic into another dish until I got ready to do the artichoke. But let me see. Let me put a little taste. Let me try one. That's delicious. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna try it. It's on it. Italian dressing, Miracle Whip, butter, and lemon juice, and the whole garlic, and that's it. And blend it in your processor, and thin it out. Make it tweak it the way you want to, and a pinch of salt. But it's actually good like this. It's like a hummus. But, yeah, sort of like a hummus. But until next time, I will see y'all later when I come back and do my homemade biscuits. I can't wait to do with the cookie child. I just got to figure out what I want to do with them. With the cookie child. Hey. So until next time, y'all, peace and love. With the cookie child.